Alright guys, part two to the different types of boats that you have. If you're new to boating and you just want to get a better sense of like what the different options are that are out there, you're looking at boats on Facebook Marketplace or Boat Trader. This is a pilot house, popular with divers, right? Um, this is a smaller center console. So there's FLO. So yeah, you have multiple different types of boats, right? In the powerboat segment, right? You have bow riders, cuddy cabins, center consoles, flats boats, just so many different types of boats. You have jet skis, which people consider as boats. Um, but if you're considering, buying a boat or getting out on the water, I'll tell you, a lot of people tend to look on jet boats, like the Yamaha jet boats, as their first option. That was my introduction, right? Like I was like, I like the design of these. It can take my family out. It's not 200,000-300,000. Let me double check and check out these Yamaha jet boats. And as my journey went on, I found out that the Yamaha jet boats don't handle as well as an outboard, right? An outboard, of course, has the engine on the outside of the boat, on the transom, back of the boat, and so you tend to very quickly realize that the Yamaha jet boats, as cool looking as they are, they're not the like perfect type of boat to introduce you into boating. I mean, if you're very familiar with jet skis and navigating a jet ski at slower speeds, then you might be okay with a Yamaha jet boat, because it ultimately it's just a very large jet ski that can carry your family. But I would tell you, consider something like a smaller center console or a bow rider, because those have the single engines and in an affordable price point, similar size to the Yamaha jet boats, a nice little Bimini T-top, and they handle very, very, very well at slow speeds. So something like this would be a very good entry into boating if you are considering. So, and something like this isn't super expensive. You could get something like this for under 40,000 used, maybe 30,000, under 30,000 used. This guy has a power pole on his, so he fishes. Power pole is that little black thing which helps to anchor the boat. It anchors the boat. But similar to this, right? This is also used Hydrosport from the 90s, single engine outboard. That's a two-stroke, older engine. But this is a newer center console. Something like this is a Cobia. I love these boats. They're deep V hulls, beautifully designed, and perfect for the family, but also perfect for fishing. Whereas something like this, under 10,000, but you can see the gunnel. It's a very shallow boat. It's not a deep V hull, so not so much capable of going offshore. It does have a bimini, but enough for him and his dog to go out on a nice day of fun. Whereas something like this is, your typical C-suite executive or business owner who can afford $300,000-$400,000 boats. Whereas something like this, is probably like CEO level, because he has a cabin or a celebrity or athlete type of setup. Like this is, pretty up there. 715 to 1.5, maybe 2 million for something like that. Yeah, pretty expensive. That's a pretty expensive boat. You don't see those so much in Fort Lauderdale. Well, right here, you'd see something like that more so in Boca or downtown Fort Lauderdale or in Haulovo. But now where I am, you tend to see these, the center consoles, a lot more. And then your dual consoles. The jet skis, yeah, typical average person. I'm looking into jet skis right now. You know, you can get something like this for $7,000-8,000. Used as well. Brand new, 15,000-17,000. I love those boats. That's a Boston Whaler. It's pretty expensive. And how do I know? I can tell from the logo. From so far. Unsinkable hulls. This is a Formula boat made down here. Perfectly capable of going offshore, deep V hulls. Older model, but very capable, strong hulls. Yeah. So guys, again, this is part 2 of just walking you through the different types of boats that there are and what you tend to see down here. I like boat spotting. I'm a guy who has always been interested in boats, always been interested in being on the water. I mean, it doesn't take much. You could literally buy a kayak and get yourself on the water. They're having just as much fun as this guy, and he's having just as much fun as this guy. So it doesn't take much. But if you want to ride in style, there's your style. Yeah, in the millions. That's your style. What a machine. And that is my thumbnail, guys. That's gorgeous. You're getting into the hiring a crew range here. Boat shows, going out to, you know, the Caribbean or St. Bart's, things like that. Whereas this is your typical family boat. You got the kid on board and they had a day of fun. But that's what I got to show you guys. Out here, I am by Whiskey Creek and just recording boats. So if you like this video, feel free, hit that like button. If you want to see more of these, hit that subscribe. All right, catch you guys on the next one. Peace.